My name is Eric Stoller, and we're to help take people's health and wellness to the next level. You know, I'm so excited to launch the Patient Zero series to document and journey not only my health and wellness journey, but to share with all of you what is possible. Hi, this is Eric Stoller here with the Eric Stoller Show for the Patient Zero series. We're here at the Med Spa Conference 2024. I'm here with Iannazzone, the founder of Aesthetic Empire, and put on this amazing conference. April, thank you for putting this on. It was truly a great event. We had a wonderful small group. And, you know, share first a little bit about the weekend and some of the people you just poured love into all weekend to help them grow their business.
Well, thank you. And thank you, Eric, so much for having me on. I really appreciate and love everything that you do.
Thank you.
You know, I'm happy that you guys joined us for the Med Spa Growth Con. And, you know, this was really a special event because it's not for new people, you know, new med spa.
Sure.
This is the med spa owners that are really stuck in their business. They still are acting like an employee in their business and really haven't owned that true role as CEO. So our job this weekend was trying to get them out of that working inside the business and more on the business so they can have more time freedom and also increase their profitability.
Yeah, and I mean, you dropped so many, like, I call them nuggets, right? But your background started out, you ran your own med spas.
No, I actually...
Oh, you didn't?
No, I did not.
Okay.
My background is totally crazy and not in the aesthetic space whatsoever. Okay. I'm actually a classically trained chef, and I own a catering company and a lot of other different businesses. And what we've done in the last 12 years, I've helped coach thousands of businesses worldwide. And we also have a digital marketing agency. And, you know, it was getting where we were spread all over the place and doing a lot of different industries. And it was hard for us to scale our business. So what we ended up doing is, what industry do we want to really be in and love? And about 6 years ago, we narrowed into the aesthetic space.
Wow.
And I will never go anywhere else. I love the aesthetic space, and this is just the tip of the iceberg. It is growing. You got the younger audiences now that are getting all of the treatments. You have men now that are more open to getting treatments where they weren't in the past. So it's really just the tip, and it's continuous growing. But now I do actually have ownership in many med spas because we invest in them now as well. But my gift is seeing what's wrong with a business and rapidly turning it into multiple seven figures.
I love it. And a lot of the participants were saying to me they were, they may seem basic, but things like document what you're doing and have protocols. And so one of the, you know, your attendees was like, yeah, I never thought about doing that. And the main reason people are doing that is so why would you want to get, or it's a silly question, but why would you want to get total control of your business so you can scale it and have more time frame?
Well, you see, in this industry, it's a lot of doctors and nurses that are just, they don't want to work in the hospitals anymore.
Yeah.
They're tired, and they see the financial opportunity in the aesthetic space, but they've never run a business before. So many of them don't really have that basic knowledge of how to get the business, like they've possibly seen success. Maybe they're up to 2 million, but they're still working 60, 80 hours a week in the business. They're the ones doing all the consults. They're the ones doing the procedures, even answering the phone, sometimes doing a $2 million practice.
Wow.
So really, they needed me a lot sooner, but now, you know, we want to put that foundation in place. So if they want to work in the practice, they can, but if there's an emergency, they can step away for a little while and their business would still run like clockwork.
Yeah, and I think that's so important because, like you said, a lot of them are still legal functionaries in their business and they haven't taken the role of CEO. Why is that? Why do a lot of business owners, and I find it in the medical space, are not willing to let go and watch their baby grow?
Yeah, and I think they want to. I just think they don't know how.
Okay.
And, you know, because I do hear that a lot. Like, I have to do this, I have to do that. And they just get so caught up in the day-to-day that they don't have time to, or they don't know what to do first. And there's so much information out there that they don't know, okay, I need to do these little pieces first to get here.
So if somebody wants to engage with you, they want to find out more, typically, what's your process to bring them into your world and see if you're even a good fit to help them?
Typically for us, we have like a lot of free content out there for people just starting out.
Yeah,
If
sure.
you're new to the med spa space, I'm probably not the best fit for them, like as far as our programs go, except for we have a ton of free content. If our sweet spot is that 500,000 to that 1.5 million, that's our real target audience.
Okay.
And um, pretty much you can go to Aesthetic Empire Mastermind and learn a little bit more about us. You can go to Med Spa Growth and Profitability. There's a lot of videos, a lot of trainings. And like you, we have a podcast. So I produce a ton of free content that really you can just watch some of that and start working on it and grow your business.
And find out. And then I know you run these conferences a couple times a year.
Yep. So we do one big one a year.
Okay.
We do quarterly smaller ones, and we are going to be traveling throughout the U.S. and doing little one-day workshops as well.
Nice. And I will say this, I've been sat for 3 days. April provides so much value. And besides just the lecturing, no, you really do. And, it's a training. There's a difference between going to a motivational seminar and you go out, but people are leaving with tools. And then you have some amazing experts that you partner with, that you brought in. And let's talk about that, the other side of this, because once people are getting in, they're scaling. At some point, do many of your people either want to sell their practice or buy more practices? What do you find that the trend is?
Yeah. So what I really want to coach people towards is getting, even if they don't want to sell their business or even plan on exiting, get everything up to eventually sell, or treating it like it's a build a sellable business, I guess you could say. And we really have people, we had somebody in the audience that is 64 years old, has an amazing business, but is still working endless hours in the business. And it's not sellable because he's the main practitioner.
Right.
So it's still going to take him a couple of years to get somebody in there where it's a real value add for a buyer.
So your big, I guess, let's call it your superpower, is really kind of helping the business owner get out of their own way.
100%.
And I've dealt with a lot of doctors, and the same thing I've helped. And they're one of the doctors I work with has a marketing degree. But I'm like, you're a healer. So be the talent and build your team around you. And so before we wrap up, I want you to kind of let people who are like thinking about it, they know they're kind of stuck. They know they probably need your help. They're not even sure, can I afford it? And it's kind of like this. It's like you can't afford not to, is most of the time, right? Because people get stuck. Yeah. So kind of speak to that for a moment of like somebody sitting there and they really need your services, but they're not willing to pick up the phone or go to your site and check you guys out.
Well, first, before even thinking about us, I want you to really think about staying in your zone of genius. Because right now, everybody's trying to do everything in their practice. And you want to stay in, we say it's the 5%. So stay in the 5%, delegate out that 95% of extra stuff that other people can be doing for you that are probably going to do it better than you can, which is going to help you build your business. So once you are okay with letting go of some of those things, then contact me, because I will help you get the systems in place, put the people in place that you need, and then have your business become more profitable and rapidly scale it. Because once we can remove you from the day-to-day and you act as that CEO, it's endless possibilities. And then not just in your med spa, but there's so many other revenue streams once you can remove yourself that way.
Yeah, I think sometimes, as my good friend Les Brown says, he says, you can't see the picture in the frame.
100.
And I think a lot of you people here, they're stuck in the frame until they pull themselves out to really see what the opportunity is.
That's most people too, including myself.
Yeah, sure.
I have a coach at every stage of my business. And I think that's important. You said you coach on helping people speak.
Yes.
I have a speaking coach. I have a business coach. So definitely you add value that way. But wherever you are, even like when my daughter wanted to play tennis, okay, let's get you a coach.
That's right.
How to play tennis. Like, I'm very big into teach me. I want to learn.
You can do thing and do it wrong, or you can do it right the first time and have amazing results. So I just want to share this with you. This is an amazing conference, Aesthetic Empire, an amazing organization. April is a super talent. And I don't mean to make you blush, but you did 3 days putting this together, running masterminds. I mean, really, you treated people like first class. And I just wanted to, for somebody that organizes these conferences for a living, I know how much time and stress, but I see that smile still coming through. So
One last thing that you want to share before we wrap up the interview today.
One, thank you for doing what you're doing and putting this content out there for people to really absorb and, get great knowledge from. But be committed, make some goals and be committed to achieving them no matter what it takes. And, we have some people in the audience that have great goals set, but they don't believe in themselves enough to take action on them. I'm not even saying work with us, but take action enough every day to make those goals happen. And for me, if you have the drive, you can do anything you put your mind to.
That's so true. Well, there you have it. April Iannazzone, founder, CEO of Aesthetic Empire, and the organizer of the Med Spa conferences. We just are finishing up here 2024. Thank you so much, April. It's been an honor to meet you and be part of your event. And I look forward for us doing some things in the future.
Me too.
And this is Eric Stoller here with the Eric Stoller Show in the Patient Zero series.
Listen, at any point in your life, you may want to make a change. If you can change your health for the better, I guarantee you the other things you want in your life will happen. So I want to thank you for listening. I'm here to say to you, success is a journey, not a destination. Get control of your health. Get control of your mindset. And join me every week on the Eric Stoller Show.